Winner of the 2024 Texas Regional Radio Music Awards Internet Radio Station of the Year.
Uvalde Radio.
UvaldeRadio.net. We are live in beautiful downtown Uvalde on a sweltering day. It's like 104 out here, man. Crazy, crazy. We call it Friday Night Live. Really, it's kind of Friday late afternoon live. We do have live music tonight in downtown Uvalde, right up the road at Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde, where we normally do our broadcast. However, tonight we are live in front of Julian's, right there. Julian's in Mi Vida, 200 East Main, 200 North Getty Street. Tonight is Foursquare Friday, back to school edition. Do some late night shopping, tax-free weekend, lots of great deals. We'll talk more about that during our live broadcast. But right now, back to Friday Night Live, featuring the rising stars of Texas music every Friday at Broadway 830. It's free for great live Texas music. They've got $4 pints on the patio from 6 to 10 p.m., live music 7 to 10 p.m. And for the first time, I believe, in Uvalde, making their debut, it's Broken Arrow. Make some noise yourselves. All right, so we got a microphone here with Sharon. So tell me your name and what you do in the band.
My name is Steve Avalos. I'm the drummer of the band. Broken Arrow's been around for about 13 years. The guys who are with us now, we've been together for about 4 years, so it's been going great.
13 years, wow.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Rad. My name is Johnny Anderson. I'm a bass player, and also get on the drums every now and then, and songwriter along with these fellas.
Right on. Okay, now we're just going to take the mic.
I'm Rab. I'm the frontman for Broken Arrow. I jump off the stage, dance on the poles, table dance, all that.
So I like this. First of all, the rhythm section went first, which is a total change up in the world of rock and roll and country music. So very cool. Either you've got a real humble lead singer, or it's the complete opposite. Yeah, and he's like, no, the best for last. What is it? There,
it might be a little bit of both. Might be a little bit of both on that.
Very good. Okay, so let's get into this now, man. 13 years, and this is the most recent incarnation of it. Give us as much of the history of 13 years of Broken Arrow as you can there.
Well, 13 years ago, we got together, Johnny and myself, and his son, Corey, who's also in the band. He's a rhythm guitar player and harmonizer. We got together and we started trying to put some music together, play some music, garage band type thing. There's a place called the Music Lab back in Austin, Texas, where we'd get together and just kind of learn some songs. And it went from there. We started doing more and more, and before you know it, we're doing some interesting thought there. We're doing some bar tab gigs, just not very many people in the audience, and we actually wrote a song about that that's going to be coming out soon too. But so we got together and started doing that, and before you knew it, we were doing some stuff with some Texas country artists. We were doing some stuff with some Tejano artists, and doing anniversary parties and weddings, and it's been good. The grind's been good. Nowhere near out of it, but it's been fun.
Now, has the band been together continuously in 13 years, or were there some dips where you broke up, took a break, married, having babies, were there moments where it slowed down?
Actually, no. It's been together. Together for 13 years. Of course, some pieces have, gotten changed and stuff. And like I said, the last 4 years, we've gotten, Rab has come on with us. And another guy, our lead guitar player, Justin Pratt. He's a lead guitar, and the rhythm guitar player I was talking about is his son, Corey Anderson. So we make up the band all together. But we've been going for 13 years.
Fantastic. Yeah. Cool. Now, okay, so let's talk about Rab. Is he the latest edition?
He is the latest edition.
Let me get it from Rab. Go and get it. The mic real quick, Rab. And again, we're coming at you live, Friday Night Live here in downtown Uvalde. We're actually in front of Julian's and Mi Vida, getting ready for the Foursquare Friday back to school event. And so if you hear a lot of traffic and noise, that's what's going on. It's we're literally smack in the middle of downtown Uvalde. So Rab, first of all, yes. Rab, is that short for something? First of all, Rabbit?
It's my initials.
Rab, okay, R-A-B.
Richard Aaron Barrera.
I'm going to call you Rabbit. Okay,
there you go.
So 4 years you've been in the band as a frontman the whole time? Mm-hmm. Tell me, what was that audition process like? Did you know the guys before? Had you seen them on the scene? What's the story from your perspective?
I auditioned them about 4 years ago. No, no, man. I've been at a production company for a very long time, and we've kind of crossed paths. I've known some of their previous frontmen. We've all kind of had the same circle, played the same venues.
Gotcha.
And one day, Steve called me up and he said, "Man, we really like to talk to you. We would love to have you." Check us out and see if it fits.
Uh-huh.
So we met up, and it was funny. We met up at a venue that's kind of, we both play. And I blasted social media that week. And I said, hey, you want to come see me play with a pretty cool local band, Hayes County Favorites over here? come see me and Broken Arrow. And we probably had, 100 people show up to watch the audition.
The audition,
and
nice.
everybody bum rushed the stage and said, y'all better do something together. So I kind of just told us all that we fit, it blended, it gelled well. And, man, we've been humming ever since. We've been busting out originals. And, Footsteps is doing great. So we've got plenty more coming.
Now, you said previous to the band you were in production. Obviously, you probably got a mind for marketing, hence the idea to get people to come out there.
Absolutely.
And I mean, it's kind of hard, to not hire the guy, right? When you got a good crowd there at the audition, nonetheless. First of all, Steve, tell me, you were familiar with Rab here. You'd seen him. Was he in other bands, solo gigging? What was his? What was the inspiration for you to give him the call in the first place?
Well, I was familiar with what he does because, like you said, we do stuff all around the same town. We're from all Kyle, Texas area. And one day, it's kind of a funny story. One day, we were doing a gig at a local venue there in Kyle, and he was there. And he came up to me, and he goes, "Hey, man, let me know." I'll say, "Let me know when you want a real singer for you, man." That's the kind of guy.
That's what he was.
Yeah.
I'm not cocky.
No.
There you go.
But that's how he is. We know how he is and all. And at the time, we were going, we were doing our thing, and then I guess about a year later, we decided to go a different route and stuff. And Johnny and I were talking. We're the middle of the band there. We're the ones that's been together for the 13 years.
The Core.
So the Core. That's a good one. Yeah. So we were talking, and I said, I got this card in my pocket. I said, his name is Rab. I said,
you had that thing for a year.
Yeah.
Like a condom.
I
right
did.
There. Just getting old and withered.
I did. I had it, and I said, let me give him a call and let me see. He had called our band because he was booking shows for other venues, also live bands, and he had called our band too about a year ago. So we had talked a little bit, and I called him up and I asked him and I told him the scenario, and we ended up meeting up at Bucks, and it went from there.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
All right, now let's just shift gears, guys. Let's go individually with the members that are here. Tell me a little bit about your individual music history. Just inspiration music that you got into when you were a kid, how you learned, whatever instrument you're playing, that kind of stuff. Yeah, let's get over here.
Hang over there.
Yeah.
Well, mine started later in life. I had no music experience when I was growing up. I always thought about being in a band, just kind of imagining. But it all started with me for Christmas one year. My son wanted a drum kit, so I bought a drum kit. He had to set it up in my room because he didn't have any room. But so I started sitting on it and just fell in love with just the music and trying to learn different things and keeping the beat. And from there, I went to acoustic guitar and basically I just fell in love with music and learned on YouTube and self-taught. And then again, together with these guys, just made it all happen.
Okay, since you commandeered your son's gift, did you buy him a new gift?
No, I didn't. I ended up selling that kit to Steve, I think.
Yeah.
So that's when he got on the kid, and I moved to guitar.
So you're an older guy. You already have kids,
yes.
And you had a kid old enough to play drums.
Yeah.
So what was that process like? A little later in life, learning. Were you using books? Is it just self-taught?
Self-taught. It was all YouTube and just after work. I'm a chef at Four Seasons, and that's my Monday through Friday gig.
Very good, all right.
But after work, just come home, and I'd be stuck in the room for 2 to 3 hours just going over music.
Very
just
cool.
self-taught.
And then how'd you hook up with Steve?
I've known Steve for a long time. We went to the same high school, and after that, later in life, we met up through some family members on my side. And since then, I've known him as just a good old buddy before we actually started music together.
So, Steve, tell me, what was your upbringing into music there? How'd that happen?
So mine actually started about 14 years ago. I was going to Johnny, and Johnny with family members would be playing some music here and there. And I said, man, I would love to try the drums. I didn't play drums in school or anything like that. And so I started going to Johnny's about once a week. I would go to his house trying to learn certain songs. Cowboy Rides Away was the song that we were trying to learn. He was trying to learn. So I started learning from Johnny, learning from YouTube, and that's really my only experience. I'm 14 years ago, and I've been playing, and I'm still playing now, and I'm enjoying every bit of it.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. And I get up and I sing every now and then. I got about 5 or 6. They let me go to the front and sing a little bit.
Now, were you guys all pretty much fans of the same types of music? Was that a pretty easy job?
Yeah, I think so. We're all
music for the most part. Or do you guys have any rock in the background?
Our young bucks have some rock in the background.
The two that aren't here are 27 and 30 years old, and those guys come from a blues and rock background.
Oh, cool.
And they have done an awesome job coming and converting to country music. Justin, he sings some Stevie Ray Vaughan and blues songs, and when we do our shows, Corey sings some songs that he likes. So we implement everybody into the mix.
And that'll give you a nice, well-rounded sound too. Very
yes,
good.
Yeah.
All right, Rab. So Rab, what about you? How did you come up and learn your craft, hone your skills?
Well, I've been singing since about 7. Started in church. My dad is a licensed minister. We grew up in church and singing, and when he would go and be asked to preach at certain churches, he would ask me to help him lead worship, especially when I got a little bit older.
Yeah.
I would lead worship services with him, and my whole family would get up, and then I got into a Christian choral choir. It was more classically trained.
Cool.
So I actually, you wouldn't know it here in our country music, but I'm classically trained. And after that, I toured with the Young Continentals, which is a Christian artist group all over the United States. Came back, and that magical group I tried out for, that it was in that concert, Christian choir, made the 8. And we toured all over Central Texas and abroad, singing for, at the time, it was Governor Bush. We did things with other, I guess, state agencies, and then we did the Harlem Globetrotters. We did the national anthem, a lot of different places, a lot of rodeos. And
that's some big crowds, too.
That was very big crowds, yeah. It was, then, as I got a little older, I entered the retail world, and that didn't really do what I wanted it to do, so I started my own business, became a production company, a DJ, a karaoke show. I got nominated and voted best in our county now, and man, playing with the guys, it's just growing. It's
Very
really
cool.
just growing. I really appreciate meeting them and all the paths crossing, because it's just amplified everything that all of us are doing.
Well, man, you guys all have really good energy, man. You all seem like the best of friends. It's fantastic. Again, we're talking to a Broken Arrow band out of Kyle. You guys are at Kyle, Texas.
Yes.
They're performing tonight here, Friday Night Live at Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. Like I said earlier, live music starts at 7 o'clock. They've got $4 pints from 6 to 10 p.m. Just no cover. Just walk in, hang out on the patio, order yourself some pizza, get yourself some really cool drinks, and enjoy live music by these guys. First time in Uvalde. Am I right there?
First time in Uvalde.
Have you guys ever been to Uvalde ever at all? Like, this is the first time you even being here in the city, right?
Actually, I have not either. First time being in Uvalde.
I'm here too.
All right, well, welcome to Uvalde, man. We guys really appreciate you making the trip out here. We're going to play your single, the single to radio, and then we're going to come back out of that. We'll talk all about the record and the future plans, okay?
Sounds
so
great.
y'all check these guys out. You've heard it in rotation. This is the single by Broken Arrow. It's called Footsteps of a Fool, and this is UvaldeRadio.net on Friday Night Live.
Her, how it breaks her heart in two. And it's clear to me he's doing all the things I used to do. He's staying out all hours, round and propped up on some stool. Does he know he's following in the footsteps of a fool? I broke her heart so many times, there ought to be a law. And I kick myself for missing all the signs I never saw. Now he's picked right up where I left off, and the path of pain is cruel. Does he know he's following in the footsteps of a fool? She ought to thank me for opening up her eyes to all his late night escapades and half-baked alibis. And he thinks she'll be waiting when he comes stumbling in at 2. he don't know he's following in the footsteps of a fool. I broke her heart so many times, there ought to be a law. And I kick myself for missing all the signs I never saw. Now he's picked right up where I left off, and the path of pain is cruel. Well, does he know he's following in the footsteps of a fool? Oh no, he don't know he's following in the footsteps of a fool.
UvaldeRadio.net Friday Night Live special edition coming at you from downtown Uvalde, right here in front of Julian's and Mivita. Tonight is Back to School Foursquare Friday. Join us out here for late night shopping at participating locations with complimentary food and drink, back to school shopping, and it's a tax-free weekend. But of course, as always, Friday Night Live, live music on the patio at Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde, 7 to 10 p.m., $4 pints, great food, and making their Uvalde debut, that band you just heard there called Broken Arrow. The new single's called Footsteps of a Fool. I'm joined by the bands here. Welcome again, guys. Good to have you guys. Appreciate you. All right, so the song Footsteps of a Fool, let's get the backstory. Did you guys write it? Was it somebody, some people gave to you? Give me the story of how you came across the song.
So we were writing our own music here and there. Johnny writes a lot of our songs, but we had a buddy of ours named Bobby Pounds wrote Footsteps of a Fool. Bobby Pounds is a very, very talented singer-songwriter. He wrote some songs for Kevin Fowler that Kevin Fowler does now.
Nice.
So he came to Johnny and said, "Hey, I got some songs. I wanted to see if you're interested." So we listened to a few of them. Footsteps of a Fool really caught our eye and our ear, and we kind of made it our own. Did our thing with it, our style, and he loves it. He loves every bit of it, and we love it, and it's been doing really well.
Now you guys are a band. A lot of times, Texas country artists, especially if they're more like a solo kind of venture, they'll use studio session musicians, blah, blah, blah. Is this you guys, the band, in the recording? Did you use any outsiders? So tell the recording process, how that looked.
So in the recording process, any songs we do, it's the band. We use all ourselves. We do out of two different studios. One is in Granger, Texas. Ollie Weaver, good friend of ours, with the Woodshed Recording Studio. And recently, we've known him for a while, but Rick Del Castillo, he has a studio in Kyle, Texas, and it's called Smiling Castle Recording Studio, and we also use his studio as well. But it's we do our own stuff.
All right, well, Johnny, let me get you to handle this one. Okay, so as far as the recording of Footsteps of a Fool, is this the only songs you did, or did you do a batch of tracks when you went to studio last? What other music is out there that's already recorded, and is it available, or are you guys setting up stuff to put a release out?
We actually have quite a few songs out there on the major platforms right now. Footsteps of a Fool, of course. Whiskey Two-Steppin', which was our first single that we wrote. Yeah, there's We Got You Covered, that's original. And Top Shelf, and what's the one? Never Let It Go. So those are the songs out right now. And we've got, Steve was talking about Smiling Castle. We just recorded two more last week. That we're going to be putting out all originals.
So now the existing music that's on the streaming platforms, about how old are these songs? Are these pretty recent, or are these things that you just kind of accumulated over the last several years? Because you guys have been around together for a while.
Well, Whiskey Two-Step is probably about 4 to 5 years out there, so and it goes from there.
So about how often do you guys like to get in the studio? Is it kind of whenever you can afford it? Do you have kind of like a 5-year plan or like a vision board of how often you want to record and release music?
Yeah, well, we've been talking lately that we want to get in there as much as possible now because the band is flowing. All these guys, very talented. I'm just so lucky to work with them. And, I might come up with a few lines or about some a title that we come up with, but then they take it from there, make the song complete. So I just feel that energy right now. And so as soon as possible, I'm ready to go back there in about a month to record about 2
All right,
more.
Brad, let me get to a question from you here. Tell me about the recording, the studio experience. What was that like for you guys, as far as just getting in there and getting your work done?
Well, like I said, we've known Bobby Pounds a long time, and I've actually gotten able to do shows with him.
Oh, cool.
And I've got to hear him perform these songs, and so him asking us to do this song, Take It On, and us asking him if we could change the song up a little bit and do some different music, going in there and just watching it lay down every track and just add more to it. And as we're adding to it, we're thinking about positive things to do to make the song even better. And it was one of the best experiences I had doing Footsteps of a Fool.
Very good. Now, do you guys pay a lot of attention? Do you guys go in there and you really kind of take notes and soak it all in? Because I'm sure that you want to learn. You're paying good money a lot of times to get that studio time. What's that process for you guys like? Are you, like I said, are you taking notes? Are you learning, absorbing? Are you trying to be as active as you can? Or are you just kind of be like, yes, sir, you do your thing?
Yeah, we do take notes. We get together. We go to another studio before we go into the actual studio and practice, rehearse with the guys. And then in the studio, we really take our time. It might take a few times to get something right, even one instrument or a line or something, or the vocals. I think we had a 12-hour session last Saturday with the two songs that are going to be coming out soon.
Very cool, man. Well, it's excited to hear you guys talk about the record. Again, the new song is called Footsteps of a Fool. Climbing up the Texas charts. I believe you guys made our top 25 here this week, and we look forward to seeing as much action as we can on the charts here. Let's go and talk about the band. In Kyle, tell me what kind of gigs you guys do. Are you doing full band shows all the time? Do you ever do like duo? Because you guys are doing kind of more of a duo type thing here tonight.
Yes, sir.
Just give me a snapshot of the live experience. What do you guys typically do?
So live experience, we usually do all full band.
Okay.
We're more all full band. We recently started doing the acoustic stuff with us three, but most all the other times it's all doing full band. Either we're headlining our own shows, or we tag team with people like Kevin Fowler, Aaron Watson, Pat Green, all those guys. Randall King. We've done shows with Tejano artists, Michael Salgado and David Farias, all those guys, and we have really good contacts with promoters on the countryside and that put together shows on the countryside and the Tejano side. So it's really cool to do a country crossover, Tejano crossover down there. And big shout out to Cynthia Garcia, our radio promoter.
Love her,
Yes, with G289. She's done awesome for us, and kind of taking it to the next level that we needed. We do the music and the live shows and everything, but she's taken us that other step and got us into this. And thank you, Robert, for having us on Uvalde Radio too.
Absolutely. Now I'm intrigued by this whole Texas country meets Tejano thing. Do you guys do a little bit of Tejano, a little bit of like Latino stuff in your set at all, or is it just bands you're running with?
We actually don't do any Tejano on our side. We just run with them, and most of the time, the guys like I mentioned that we're with, that crowd loves the country and then Tejano mix.
Yeah.
That way they can dance country, they can dance Tejano, and those shows are really popular, and they really end up being very good shows.
Now let's go and talk about any. I don't expect you guys to have it all memorized, but any high-profile shows you're excited about that are coming up down the line for anybody who's interested?
Yeah, well, I think August the 23rd, we're going to be at Buck's Backyard in Buda, Texas, opening with Neil McCoy.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, so
that's a cool guy.
Yeah, it's a really cool guy. He puts on a heck of a show, so we're tag teaming with Neil McCoy. So we're looking forward to that one. We have a lot of August 31st, we are going to be with Joe Lopez Imas in San Antonio, Texas. Yes. August 30th. I'm sorry, it's August 30th. Okay. And San Antonio, Texas at the Grand. We're going to open up for him. So talk about a big country Tejano type of thing. So we're looking forward to that show. But other than that, we do a lot of headlining stuff on our own. We have some private stuff coming up, but some more studio stuff coming up. But it's been fun.
So if anybody from Uvalde makes it out to Kyle or the area, what are the venues to look for to find Broken Arrow live?
Buck's Backyard in Buda, Texas.
That's home base.
That's home base. Yeah, that's home base. We also do a little backyard jam at a place called Hay City Store, which is right around Kyle, Texas too. But we're at a Temple, and we're Temple and Granger, New Braunfels, which is right by San Marcos, Kyle area. A place called the Water and Hole Saloon. They can go to www.brokenarrowkyle.com BrokenArrowKyle.com, and they can see all our shows there, some videos, pics, some information there, how to contact us if they want us to play for them, and our social media pages, the Broken Arrow Kyle, the Broken Arrow Kyle Band, yes.
Very good. Okay, so the single's out, Footsteps of a Fool. After this, any plans for another radio release? Well, what's on the horizon as far as you guys know in the immediate future?
Yeah, we are looking forward to promoting and debuting on radio. I think we're thinking about a song called Top Shelf.
Okay.
Yeah, Top Shelf is a really cool song. It's like a crossover mix, and it's got a lot of vibe to it. So I think that's the next one that we're going to put out there.
Well, man, it's been really great talking to you guys. About to wrap it up here. Don't miss the guys in Broken Arrow performing tonight, 7 to 10 p.m. at Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. Delicious artisan pizza, some really great drink specials, $4 pints, and just join them out there in the patio tonight. And give me that website and the places to find your music one more time.
It's going to be www.brokenarrowkyle.com or Broken Arrow Kyle on Facebook or Broken Arrow Kyle Band on Facebook. And we also have Instagram and TikTok under Broken Arrow Kyle.
All right, Johnny Rabbit, any final thoughts?
Hey, no, we want to thank you very much.
Hey, man.
And you're listening out there, go to TCMA and vote for Uvalde.
Yeah, Uvalde Radio. Thank you, Robert, for having us.
Yeah. How about you, Johnny?
Really appreciate everything here. Looking forward to playing tonight in Uvalde. And just shout out to everybody back home, our families. And we're on the road, but we're thinking about them.
Hey,
we'll see them soon.
We again appreciate you guys making the trip out here, and we do not take it lightly. I know gas is expensive these days, and it's hot as H. So we appreciate you coming out here to Uvalde and entertaining our people. So that's going to wrap it up here for Friday Night Live. Be sure and check out Broken Arrow tonight at Broadway 830 with UvaldeRadio.net.